Yo, what is good, my anime faithful? What is good, yo? So, fairy tale. Um, fairy tale's always been really good at pulling these very convenient moments, like in the sense of uh, ending the episode where it ends this week was very, very convenient in the sense of it was just getting absolutely too hype, and if anything continued to go on, they would probably have told us too much, so they easily went ahead and dumbed it down a little bit and stopped while they were already showing us so much, which, my god, there was a lot to see in this week's episode. Not to mention that we kind of just keep getting more and more ridiculously powerful people nonstop, because right now we have someone that can stop time, and not to mention we have somebody who took out a person with one hit, um, that had like the power of seven freaking dragon slayers, okay? Or at least all the basic elementals: wind, earth, ice, water, fire, all earth, all that stuff. So to all of a sudden see, pretty much experts annoying. They're so fast. To see all of this like happen and no one really seemingly supposed to have a chance. It's funny to see that they actually have some ways to try to compel to paddle this, but really it comes in the form of new allies showing up and practically saving the day, because if it was up to our squad right now, Wendy would have already been taken out, and another 12 would be on the loose, looking for new people to fight, pretty much. So for them to even come out of this with with nothing lost so far, besides like an injury to Charlotte right now. She's not even dead, but if what they're saying is going to happen, like if they use an ability that pretty much is going to take away their ability to be able to use magic, she won't be able to use healing magic to even help out her friend that's now outside of time, so she can heal up. So we're in a very interesting spot with Fairy Tail. Usually Fairy Tail doesn't go above and beyond to make like everything seem useless and everything seem like everybody's going to get bodied regardless of what they do. But this week they seemingly pulled it off, and they're going for it. They're making all of the choices that they're making almost utterly useless, and not to mention the girl who pretty much sacrificed her whole entire life force, or like her life in general, to stop time or to like rewind time or something. Yeah, it was. I think it was to rewind time. Her whole life only cost like 15 seconds, or like 1 second or something. So she's now seeing the person who like the embodies time itself, the person of God, the person who probably created this non-time existing world in the first place. And we're seeing just how much is happening with her interfering with this battle, not to mention just pushing herself to use her ability after she's already been pretty much banished to this place forever. She now is using her strength and her magic to pretty much help Wendy and I already forgot her name, but the other girl, to catch a dub. And because of this, it's kind of funny because they would have been dead already, and so now they're in a situation where they almost have a chance in this fight, and it still seems so useless because of just how much firepower and how much of a change in this momentum with this girl turning into a god of time, or she did the pretty much what Mary Jane does, in the sense of she did a full body takeover kind of, and the body that she had inside of her was a freaking god. So we can only imagine that Mary Jane could possibly drain that of actual gods. So I thought that was a pretty cool thing that they kind of left ambitious now anyway in the series, that there are gods out there of time, probably a god of space, and god of earth or god of fire and stuff like that, that may be able to do full body takeovers with Mary Jane, or just people in general who can use that type of control. So maybe even Elf would, but I think that's a little bit far off for him. Like, he just doesn't. I don't think so. We have pretty much the ultimate battle of time, and we just pretty much watch um, this 12 member take her sweet loving time and trying to straight up bodies people, but come to find out that the person who sacrificed all of her life to rewind time exist in this world, and only exist when stops flowing. That's when she can actually interact with people. So she definitely picked that moment at the right time to hop in and try to pretty much even out the battlefield, or not even out the battlefield, actually give a battle to take place. Like, if it wasn't for her, this battle, it wouldn't even have been a battle. It would have been someone dying, someone looking, be like, oh my god, you died, and then she freezes time again and kills another person. So it's not really a battle as much as you just dying. So she gave a chance for there to even be a fight, for there to even be a chance of victory for both sides, I guess you can say. But the whole time she is holding them out of, like, out of the flow of time, as well as with the person that's stopping time, she is straight up killing herself and shattering yet again, practically the same way she did when she sacrificed herself the first time. So now she'll truly die. Like, she's probably been in this world forever by herself, just chilling. Uh, but now she's pretty much going to feel, or not feel, but she's pretty much going to seemingly die, and be gone. So it's kind of sad that this is, her fate. Like, whoever created this character really just, he's like, yeah, you're way too pretty. I can't see you dating anybody. I just got to get you out of here. That's what I kind of feel like happened to this character. She didn't really get a fair chance at a lot of things after, even supposedly taking a vow to try to be better, join the crime syndicate, and we all know what Jalal's about, so to think that she didn't get that, oh my god, perfect timing. Oh, got him, coach. To think that he didn't get the same, she didn't get the same treatment as Jalal, where it's like he has a chance to still live in this world and still, you know, even beat Seraph, as he says in this week's episode when he shows up in front of Urza. It gives you this feeling of she never had a chance in this show, seemingly. Like, they really just have it out for her, and because of, oh my god, I wish I didn't do that move. Because of that, it just sucks to know that we might be seeing the end of a really stylish and cool character, but at the same time, she's been relatively unrelevant for, well, she was relevant in the last arc. It was the Tartaros arc that happened in, I guess not last arc, but um, she was a bigger part in the end all be all part. So I don't know. It kind of just sucks to see her going out yet again the same way she went out the first time. So let me know what you guys think about this and the whole soul taking over a god soul. They're getting crazy with this show. Um, Not to mention the girl who pretty much I was talking about, who has to sacrifice herself again. She is also giving them an ability to, like, see the future or beat the future, something like that. But The whole thing about it is they'll have to lose all of their magic and never be able to use it again. So I think the God Slayer, not Wendy, will use it, and we're going to pretty much see like her ultimate ability that she achieves from this secret technique. But at the same time, I think that's where this whole future comes in. You pretty much see an ability that you might have trained your life off. You know, you've been training all your days, and finally you achieved this ability. But because you see it at this time and point, you lose all your ability to use magic, which sounds kind of familiar, like someone else from a different show, which is Hunter x Hunter, where that happens to somebody. But we won't go there. We are truly, truly blessed to be getting the end game of Fairy Tale. I honestly didn't even think that we were going to get this because of just how the fandom was towards Fairy Tale, and the guy pretty much had to defend his art, where it's like there's shows out there that were way like cringier than what we were seeing in Fairy Tale, and that are obsolete and completely dead off because they were so bad and got so many bad reviews, that it just made me laugh to think that anybody who was talking trash about Fairy Tale and stuff like that, if they're watching this arc right now, they're probably praying that it all went like this throughout the whole entire series, which there is inklings of Fairy Tale that was doing this and not doing this. So it's nice to see both of them, the new parts that they're trying to introduce and the old stuff they're blending in, really working well. So can't wait to see what the crime syndicate can do, including what Jalal's going to do about the girl that absolutely hates him and is super quick with the sword. So we'll see if they're going to have to battle that out, and Jalal's going to have to fight for his innocence and pretty much protect himself and not do any offense like he probably will. So with that, everybody, take care, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. All right, later.